Hi, my name's Ed Thompson, CTO of Matillion. We're about to release version 136 of Matillion ETL, so let's take a look at what's new. Version 136 of Matillion enables you to connect to a host of new query components, including Shopify, SurveyMonkey, and Zoho. Additionally, we have new query components for Sales and Business Central endpoints of Dynamics 365. If you're a user of Matillion ETL for Snowflake or BigQuery, you could now pull data from Amazon DynamoDB using the DynamoDB query component. Version 136 brings numerous UI improvements to Matillion. For example, now when you drag a component onto the canvas and place it to the near right of a component that is already on the canvas, Matillion will automatically couple the two components. Next, in SQL editors, Matillion now offers you a drop-down menu featuring all environments and job variables. This makes it easier to find and include variables when writing SQL statements. In 136, it's now simpler and faster to manage your jobs. Instead of the duplicate job function, Matillion now gives you cut, copy, and paste functions. While in this example we right-click to access these features, these functions are also accessible via the common keyboard commands Ctrl-X, Ctrl-C, and Ctrl-V. When you copy and paste a job, as an example here, Matillion will ask you for confirmation, and then the new job will appear on canvas. Version 136 of Matillion includes a range of new file types that can be added to both S3 load and Google Cloud Storage load. By clicking on File Type in the Properties configuration, you now have access to both awk and Parquet file types. Users of Matillion ETL for Redshift can now search the environment tree for objects such as tables and views, and even search on the columns within those objects. When searching for a column, you will find the objects containing that column. For those using Matillion ETL for Snowflake, 136 introduces two new incremental load wizards, one for JDBC databases and one for Salesforce. Here, if we take a look at the Salesforce incremental load wizard, you can select an OAuth and a relevant connection options. However, because this is a bulk load, you can choose as many data sources as you wish. In tandem with this, you can configure each data source to include as many of each data source's columns as you like. As in this example, it's simply a matter of configuring the staging options and deciding on the target data warehouse into which the data will be loaded, just like setting up the query component. Once you've traveled through the setup wizard and clicked OK, the incremental load component will be generated onto the canvas. For the JDBC incremental load, you're given a choice of the many common types of JDBC database, but otherwise it works similarly to the Salesforce wizard. Clicking on this component will give you a list of properties similar to if you were using a regular query component. Then you can just configure these at your leisure. Matillion ETL for Snowflake users now have access to the Lineage tab when they click on any component in a transformation job. Data Lineage lets you trace the history of any column that has gone through the workflow. If we click Get Lineage, Matillion will sift through the columns for the component that we've selected. All of the columns included in this component are listed here, and if we click on one, we can see a hierarchy tree that we can unpack to follow the column's history all the way back to the source table. So in a branching structure like this one, we could determine that the rank column originated from SQIssue here. For users of Matillion ETL for Snowflake with instances hosted on Microsoft Azure, there is a new Azure Blob Storage Unload component. This component will allow you to take data from your Snowflake database and place it into files on Azure Blob Storage. These files have the option of being either CSV or JSON, and users can configure the format themselves. So that takes us through what's new in version 136 of Matillion ETL. For more information, visit matillion.com, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for future updates. Thank you very much.